Hi there. I was talking with a client the other day. We were talking about recruiting, popular topic among direct sales leaders. And she said to me, recruiting is hard when you think back to your past experiences and you realize how many people you've recruited in your career who are no longer with you. She said it can be hard, it can be discouraging. And then it kind of makes you, she said, not really want to recruit much when you recognize that, golly, you've had so many people who are no longer around. So we talked for a few minutes about that. But primarily, I told her, you're right. It can be hard when we think about those past experiences, when we don't recognize that is part of the direct sales recruiting process. We can't guarantee that new consultant that we just recruited is going to be a 100K seller, or that she's going to build a team of 300 people. There's no guarantee for that. But what there is that you have that opportunity to have the right thinking, to recognize that you have far more control of setting those right expectations than probably you've been giving yourself credit for. It certainly was true of my client. And I think it's probably true of most direct sellers who are out there recruiting or thinking about recruiting. You have control over those expectations that you set when you're talking with someone who's thinking about the business, or that you're thinking about the business for them. When you find somebody at a party, or it's the host of your recent Zoom party, and they were just terrific at it. They had so much fun. Their friends really responded well. They enjoyed themselves. Maybe they were brand new to the product, or brand new to hosting, or maybe they'd done it so many times they'd lost count. But you just happen to say to them, I noticed tonight, or I noticed today, just how much fun you were having, how people were responding to you, how much you really enjoy these parties, or how much you enjoy the product. And have you ever thought about doing something like what I do? When you ask that question, you're just asking them to think about it. Have they ever thought about it? And in most cases, they're probably going to say, gosh, no, I haven't thought about that. I just don't think I could do it. Or, oh my goodness, I don't know what all that would entail, or when would I find the time? They're probably going to initially shy away from it, or be surprised that you mentioned it, or kind of laugh, or just think, gosh, they just don't know how that could possibly happen. The good news is that you notice them, that you ask them that question. Had they ever considered that you recognize that you have the mindset that recognizes they're probably going to say, no, I've never thought about it. It's important to recognize they're probably going to say that. But the good thing is you can say, or you can ask them, hey, would you be open to joining me for coffee tomorrow so that I can share a little bit more about what I do? And that way you've got something to think about. Would you be open to a Zoom call tomorrow? Perhaps that's for a virtual hostess or a virtual guest. Would you be open to a Zoom call tomorrow so I can share a little bit more about what I do? And then it'll give you something to think about. In many cases, they're going to be open to that. Again, you haven't asked them, hey, do you want to sign a contract? You've just asked them to be open to hearing some information where you will share a little bit more about what you do, so that then they can think about it. Because after all, you did just ask them, hey, have you ever thought about it? And in most cases, they're going to say no. So give them something to think about. But always have the mindset that just because past consultants are no longer with you, just because you've spent time in the past training those that maybe didn't even stay but a couple months, maybe a season or so, does not mean that you shouldn't still continue to engage and offer the opportunity for others to think about it. And what you control is that conversation that you have with them, where they are starting to consider what it is that you do and thinking about it for themselves. You have the opportunity to control the expectations, the message that you send about the expectations of what it is to be a consultant in your business. It's not about getting a discount on the product. Yeah, that's nice. But if they want a discount on the product, be a hostess. It's the best discount for no work virtually. Be a hostess. But if they want to go beyond, if they want to make an income, and they also want to make an impact with your product, not only on their own family, but also, serving others in this way, the way that we do in direct sales. They want to make an income, they want to make an impact, then let's talk. That's what you're offering them. You're offering them to let's talk. Let me share a little bit about what I do, how I can make an income while I make an impact in this business, and then you'll have something to think about. Okay, so it's about mindset, first of all. Recruiting is about mindset. It's about making sure you forget what is behind, learn those lessons that are important, but more importantly, realize you set those expectations. Again, we can't guarantee, but you can set those expectations in the coffee chats, in the Zoom conversations that you will have. Invite them to take a closer look at what you do and then share those expectations. Hey, I know you're going to do a great job at it. Oh, I'll share more later. So I hope you'll pop back in. Bye.